Hello everyone, how are you guys doing? I hope you are doing well. So here I am back with another t-shirt design tutorial. So in this one I am going to make something different. So not different, just I want to give you some idea guys. Like this is an example shirt. I am going to recreate this one today. So never underestimate an old man who was born in April. So these are called birthday targeted t-shirts. So anyone can wear this shirt or buy this shirt if their birthday is in April month or any month of the year. So we can easily make it a scalable design. So I will make one design, then I will make that design fit for all the 12 month. So that's why this is a interesting one, because by this you can really make like many designs out of one single design. So this is just the text here, and these are some of the elements I am going to use in my this design today. So they are all from Freepik, don't worry about that. They are okay, they are not free to use, but I will make my own version of them using them. And of course this is not going to be for a Fiverr or client work. This is going to be for print on demand or a stock sites, so like Creative Fabrica. So that's why I wanted to may you use this kind of elements in this design. So let's get started. So here is my text. I want to break it first. Sorry, I want to just separate the lines, not breaking. So first step is where I am going to give my focus. So for a design like this, we can simply use ribbons to make a placement where we can simply place our text in the ribbon, or we can of course add other graphics to the design, no problem. But in general I like to make a area like this, and then I want to place some text here. Like in this area you can see the never is the first text, then underestimate. So if I put this underestimate on the ribbon, it will look kind of this. So never there, then underestimate, and old man, this is going to be my another focus text that is going to be on the ribbon. And then I'm going to make another version here, or maybe just I will make something like who was born in on the ribbon, then April, kind of. This is my idea. So for making a design like this, what should be the font styles? So you can see this is a very hard kind of design. These are very muscular kind of design. They are not, they are also, they are using some effect inside the text, but that's not the point. The point is they are using some muscular text. So we will use similar kind of text, not like those. And I am making a Viking theme here, you can see, with the skull and the axis. So this is going to be a Viking related design, so I will take some fonts according to that. So maybe for this design I will take my Texas Tango Bold. This is a really good font, a Viking style western font. And then if I select this on, I can simply make it adjust with my that graphics. Okay, so if we are going to place anything on ribbon, we have to make sure one thing, that the size of the text is fitting with the size of the ribbon. So you can see this is how my design is looking right now, and this is the text, that is the ribbon. So if I want to make it or match it perfectly, then I have to make the size perfectly. So I think if the text becomes that much longer, it will fit with the ribbon, but this text is a little thinner, so I want to make it a little bit bigger like this by stretching. And then I will use my effect, wrap, and then arc, not 50% arc. I will reduce the amount here, kind of 20%, then it will fit. Now it is not going to fit in one chance maybe for you, so you can simply adjust that. Like this curve should be a little more curve, so I can always adjust that from my properties panel. You will get that from here, window, and then properties. And then inside the property, whatever object we are selecting, if we applied any effect on that, we will get that here. You can see the effect name is wrap and then arc. So inside wrap we applied arc, that is what it is showing here. So if I click here, I can now modify this effect here. Like we take 20%, if I make it a little bit bigger, maybe 22%, and that will at least fit better than previous. So I think that much is good. Let's select them all and then align them with the center position. You can see my text is perfectly fitting with my ribbon. So again, for this text I am going to use the same technique here, and then I am going to pick this, sorry, yeah, that color, sorry, that font, but this is a little smaller than my ribbon, you can see. So for fixing that, I can simply take my this style or this font. This line is a little bit bigger, and there is a problem, that is, you can see this is a on line, on word, so it is perfectly fitting with the ribbon, but here we have some more word, 4 word. So this font has a problem that the space between the words are a bit bigger, so you can fix that by pressing shift T. You can see my keyboard strokes here. I am pressing shift plus T. It is showing only T. Okay, maybe if I press Ctrl T, it will show Ctrl T. Okay, so I am pressing shift T, and then with shift T, that means task type tool, if we click on any text, any letter, we can move that. So I am bringing them closer to each other. Of course, this is not very perfect way to do it, but for making a perfect design, we have to do something like that, and then of course a little bigger. And now I am selecting these two, aligning with the ribbon center position. Now this one, in this one we use the arc in 22%. So in this one we will use arc in opposite direction, arc, then not 22%. I will just put a minus in front of 22, and then if we click here or anywhere, it will take that size minus 22%, because this is the opposite direction of the previous text. A bit smaller, maybe just like this. Okay, so you have to make it sure that it is completely fitting with the ribbon or the sizing of the text. I think that's perfect, not perfect, but it will work for me anyway. So for this part here, an old man, I'm going to make that also a bit close to each other. So this is my important part of the text. I want to keep it something like this, but then I will not. Okay, let's keep it separate for now. Now this is my text and the ribbon position. Let's select them all. Object, expand appearance. That will break the effect or the text. So this is looking like this. If I make a offset path of the underestimate text, not that much, maybe in this size 5 pixel, or maybe a bit bigger, 6 pixel. Okay, let's keep it 5 pixel for now, 4 pixel, and then click OK. Unite, do not click anywhere else, just cut it, Ctrl X. Then if I select my this ribbon, open transparency, press Ctrl F. So Ctrl F will paste it like this. I have to take my pencil tool so that I can simply draw some shapes from this area. This is not really important, but that makes it, you can see this part can cause trouble reading the text, and I don't want that. My text is the important part here, not the ribbon. So I'll just hide that, and by that you can see that is perfectly readable. And now I am going to make it a group. I don't want to lose their position. So again I am selecting this part, object, expand appearance. It is going to do the same here. Okay, maybe just a bit I made a mistake here. So if I select this one, I can of course adjust the position of the arc. I think that is fine right now. And selecting them again, object, expand appearance. Again I am going to select my that text, make a same size offset path as before. Then now unite, Ctrl X to cut, select this one, open transparency, press Ctrl F, and again I will need to do some lines here. This time I am not going to use my pencil tool because that will take some time. I am just using my pen tool here, because pen tool is easy to create straight lines like this. Okay, any tool you are comfortable with, you can use that. So this is my ribbon and the text second part. I am making them a group. So this is my text part is done. This is going to be the center position of my graphics. I want to keep it something like this. Now here I want to do something like, let's say I want to put, if I put this like this in this position, and then this one may be in this position, that will make my design a bit longer, and I don't want that. I want to make the design shorter or fit in the perfect rectangle print area of a t-shirt. So this is how I am going to place it. Now here what I will do, that is I want to keep my this part of the ribbon on top of my shield or something like that, and then that part on in the bottom area, and then here I will create my this text area. I will do that a bit later, but right now I want to do it like this. If I select my this one, this shield on, I can simply copy that, and then if I select this one, this ribbon, open transparency, press Ctrl F. This is looking like this, no problem, don't worry, you can see here. Now click on this merge and unite. So merge unite will make it one single shape, a solid shape like this. I just want to copy that, Ctrl C, and then I want to just select my this ribbon. Okay, so simply when I can maybe make it a bit lower like this, that's fine. So if I am putting this area of the shield on top of my that ribbon, then I want to keep my this area of the ribbon on top of my shield, but I want to make it look like this part of the ribbon is going behind my shield and this part also, but this part will be on top of my ribbon. So how to do that? If I select this one, copy, and then select this shield, coincide of the transparency, press Ctrl F, that is fine. Now press merge unite, that will make it look like this. Now as I said that I want to keep that part in the background. How to do that? So if I select my, okay, I think that is not necessary, it is already looking very good. Okay, let's not do that. So for here I want to select, copy this one, Ctrl C, then here inside the transparency I will press Ctrl F, merge unite, that will bring that on top. But don't worry, if I select my this one, this ribbon inside the transparency, the shield I pasted, I have to delete that, and now it is looking like the ribbons are on top of my shield, because that shield is not very important for me. So I want to place my this text here, never underestimate an old man, but this old man is a focus text. I just don't want to put it like a random text so that you cannot read it clearly. So I want to give it a focus. How to do that? If I select a rounded rectangle tool like this, maybe a bit rounder edges, Ctrl X, Ctrl B, and this one a bit white for now so that I can see. If I select this two, then center align them vertically and horizontally, and that is completely fine. And then if I select this one, press Ctrl Shift Alt F, that means the offset path, maybe that much, click OK, then press Ctrl X, Shift X. Shift X means switching the stroke with fill. Anyway, that's not the problem. I am going to select this one, Ctrl X, and inside this shape I will paste it, Ctrl F, but I have to make it black. So black will make it invisible. You cannot see right now what is happening here if you are new to transparency, but this is what it is happening. That area is becoming transparent. So whatever color or shirt color you will paste, that will be see-through. Anyway, that's not the important part here. So selecting this one, group, and now as this is placed perfectly, I don't need to change their position, or I don't want to change their position. Now make them a group, so that will not change. Now this is the important part here, this old man, and then I am selecting them and then placing it like this, but I want to match the curve of the ribbon here, and for that if I press that, keep that a bit upper than the ribbon, then go to effect, wrap, and then arc. It is going to again act in the opposite, in the previous direction that we did. So maybe that will work for me. Let's see. I think that much is fine, but it should be look like this. Okay, so that position is good for me. I am not worried about that right now. This much is good. Let's go to object, expand appearance, so that will break the effect, and if I double click, I will be able to select this stroke here that we just created. So if I copy that, Ctrl C, and I am going to select my this one, this total group, the shield, the text, the ribbon, everything, open transparency for it, and then press Ctrl F. Now I have that stroke inside the transparency, then press Shift X. Shift X will make it fill, and whatever in black fill, that area will be transparent. So everything that was just in the behind of the text that is now invisible. I hope you understand what I am saying. So that is my text part. Never underestimate an old man who was born in April. So why I did that? Because I wanted to keep it one text there and then another text here. I just don't wanted to make it too long or something like that, because this is the April month. In longer month or shorter month it will look different. So like if you said I am going to make it December, so December will perfectly fit with the length of my design, but this is now June, so June is not going to fit. And for that I wanted to keep a area here that I can always modify. Like modify means this is the area right now here, so I want to just place a, let's say I want to place on star here, then a copy of that star a bit smaller in size, then another copy here even smaller, and then if I select them three, align them and then distribute the space between them like this, then make a group. So I have to first of all break the font here, because that is, I don't need that to act like a font anymore, and like this press Ctrl R to reflect, and then if I select these three I can simply align them center wise, then distribute the space. That will fix the spacing problem between my text, something like this. Okay, that much is fine. I just don't want to mess with this area. I just want to keep it as it is for now. So this is my two text, two star, that is going to be the, like that is making the outer side of my text. So if I keep them here I am going to make them a group, then this one and this one I am also going to make them a group, and then if I select this two and click on this one, that will become the key object, and then click on this vertical align, sorry, horizontal align, and that will perfectly align with my text. But these two I want to bring them a bit down like this, so that it looks like this is the center position, or it can clearly be visible. Now it can be longer, shorter. If it is becoming longer, then I will remove on star from it. If it is becoming December, then I will remove two star from this area, and that will keep my design in a same position. And the last text I want to keep that editable, so that's fine. Now for this area, the center position, I wanted to use my this graphics here, not in a very bigger size, but this part of the, this ribbon side is the widest area of my design, so I want to keep that as it is right now. And then here I want to simply copy this one. I want to keep my this X on top of my this ribbons group. So if I double click and select it like this one, then inside the transparency press Ctrl F, then merge, unite, it will become one single shape. Copy that shape, click here, then select this ribbon, open transparency for it, press Ctrl F, just like this. But whatever we pasted inside the transparency for that an old man text, I will find that here. Okay, it is not here, don't worry, just click on this part, you will find that inside the transparency. Copy that one and then come out, click on this access, click on the inside the transparency, press Ctrl F. So you can see now my X is behind my an old man text, but on top of my ribbons and the other stuffs like this. That's fine. And for okay, I'm inside the transparency, and for this one, this skull one, I wanted to keep it something like this position, but not overlapping with my text here. So an old man, kind of this, and of course I want to make sure that everything else is grouped together. If I select everything from here, okay, not everything, if I select this skull and then select this one and then make that the key object, I can align it with the that, and that will become the center position. But sometime it doesn't look like a center position, so I have to modify that manually. I think this is the center position. Okay, so that's fine. Now let's just make it a bit bigger like this, so that it looks like the beard is little visible from that area. That is fine. Now if I select the X here inside the transparency, I will find that old man text. I want to copy that. Then I want to select this skull, open transparency for it, press Ctrl F. So that will make my text totally visible and on top of the beard and the other stuffs. And then of course for this skull I want to keep that on top of everything. So I'm selecting, copying that, and then if I select this one inside the transparency, press Ctrl F, then here merge unite. So merge unite will make it one single shape. Make sure that shape is complete black. You can check it also here. Okay, and then copy, and then click here, select the X group because that is now on top, and inside the X transparency press Ctrl F. So that will make it on top of everything, and that is completely visible, you can see. So this is how my design is looking right now. For this area I just want to, I can simply put some other steps to fit this area, but I don't want to do that right now because that will be a, this is a custom design and I am going to make it, I'm going to make too many changes on this because the month name of the month will change. I have to make lots of file for them, and that's why I want to just keep it as simple as possible. So that's it for this one. I hope this one will give you some idea of making advanced designs like this. And then of course you can make a scalable design that you can upload on a stock market, but if you are using this much vectors, then avoid uploading it in a stock markets like Adobe Stock, Shutterstock or Creative Fabrica. But you can of course upload them on print on demand. These styles of designs sells like crazy, and that's from my experience. Anyway guys, so thank you everyone for watching this video. I hope this helped you guys. See you in the next video guys. Have a great time. Thank you everyone.